We've got a couple of tips for you today on how to scale profitably using Amazon ads. I'd say there's a couple of principles we've learned that have helped us that will help you. Principle number one, optimize for revenue first, profitability second. Why? Short answer is we've learned that if you don't have revenue, there's nothing to manage for profitability. So when you're scaling a brand and you're starting out from zero, or you're less than $1 million a year in run rate, really you've got to go punch and you've got to go get that top line. You've got to go get 20K a month, 40K a month, 80K a month. 80K a month is $1 million a year run rate. You really want to be throwing off 10 or 20 grand a month in profit, not doing 10 or 20 grand a month of rev. So it's super critical that you get off the blocks quick and understand that time is the most expensive thing you burn. So the way that you scale profitably with Amazon ads, you want to learn and you want to learn fast. We also use something which we call the 1-3-5 rule. And it's simply this: before you blow 5 grand, go figure out what works with 3. Before you go spend 3 grand, go figure out what works with 1. So start by placing a few bets, using some common sense strategies, targeting the branded traffic of competitors, doing some non-branded targeting. We call it derivative targeting. If you want to learn more about that, feel free to hit us up. We'll run a free analysis for you. But derivative targeting, looking at what people buy right before and right after they buy your item. And then there's a couple of tools on Amazon that are really powerful. A couple of third-party tools. One of them will reverse engineer the top 30 or 40 terms driving both traffic and conversion to a competitor's listing. So it's like a house on stilts over the ocean. You can just identify the top 30 or 40 terms that matter and then just start knocking those out one by one. On top of that, you can see competitor revenue for every SKU on Amazon. So you can see, like, is your subcategory a winner-take-all category? Is it a really deep market where if you're in the top 10, you're still doing $1 million a month in your top SKU? So understanding what type of market you're entering is really key. And I would say that leads to like the third principle that we've learned, and that is start by listening. We do something at Piranha that's unique in that we graph bubble charts. So we graph the market and you can visualize the retail subcategory we're going into. So retail price on the y-axis, organic review rating on the x-axis, and then size of the bubble is trailing 30-day revenue. Happy to show up a couple examples, link it below. Shoot us a DM, we'll give you some more info on it. But if you start by listening, most people do the opposite. 99% of the people that do what we do, they start by shouting at the marketplace and they say, hey, like, we're new, we're like a better like dog supplement, hey, like we're better like, probiotic. And they haven't taken the time to back up and see what are the ranges. What is the price range, low to high? What is the quality range, like good, better, best? To me, retail is really simple. Low, medium, high on price, good, better, best on quality. A lot of people split the difference and they're the Toyota of the space. A lot of Chinese manufacturers come in 5 points under cost and are pushing the bottom of the market down. Everybody wants to be the Tesla, the Louis Vuitton of the space. And if I had a nickel for entrepreneurs that come in and say, we want to be the Louis Vuitton of the Louis Vuittons, that's great. You're not going to move a lot of volume there. So really start by listening. Before you go spend a bunch of money, understand the path to market distribution strategy, which is what most brands get wrong. And that's the fourth thing, is what I just said. Path to market. People can see A to Z, and they can say, hey, we do currently 0. Hey, there's a $10 billion market opportunity on Amazon over there that we want to go capitalize on. What they underestimate, the cost to get there. So when you're looking at how you can profitably scale your ads on Amazon and how you can drive real profitability out of Amazon, make sure you're running a P&L at least monthly. And on your path to market distribution strategy, make sure you understand how competitive the space is that you're getting into and what the total capital investment is going to take. In general, things take 1.5 times longer and they cost 1.5 times more than you think they do. So take that into account. On top of that, and this is my last point, work with specialists. And the question I think you should ask specialists is not, tell me about your wins, tell me about all your success studies, hey, do you have any case studies where you like made this brand 10 million, 50 million, 100 million? Listen for their failures. How many failures have they had, and have they been doing it long enough to have had failures in multiple different arenas? If we look at our failures and we look for patterns, there's 3 types. either a poor organic review rating, a poor repeat purchase rate, or a non-competitive position in the marketplace. Those are the 3 prerequisites on our skill set. Any brand that gives us those 3 things, we can ramp. And so when you're looking to work with a specialist, there's a lot of 1-man, 2-man garage operations out there that are offshoring work to Costa Rica or the Philippines for $3 an hour. Hey, Pakistan's great. I've got nothing against it, but you get what you pay for. So if they're outsourcing it behind your back for $3 an hour, you're obviously not going to get the performance as if it's somebody that has a college degree, US is based, and has a couple years of Amazon experience. And so at Piranha, we only work with people that are onshore. So everyone on our team has a college degree, a couple years of Amazon experience, or both. And half our team is based in San Diego. The other half of our team is based in Dallas. But when you're looking at specialists, listen for their failures. What are some of the key learnings? For example, I am 0 for 2 on blank wife's name plus real foods, right? I don't know what it is. If they can't think of a better brand name than like blank wife's name or blank girlfriend's name, I would say like they haven't been total failures. Like they still did some volume, they still got some revenue growth. But I'll tell you, for whatever reason, I am 0 for 2 on blank real foods. So if you have a blank real foods brand and it's your wife's girlfriend's name, got nothing for you, man. Head back to camp. But when you're looking at how to ramp stuff profitably on Amazon, those are a few suggestions and a few principles that'll help you. Spend $1,000 before you spend 5. Optimize for revenue first, profitability second. And then as you're scaling up, it'll pulse and go in cycles. Go get a leg up, level off, get a leg up, level off. And if you do that, most people want a hockey stick that looks like this. Your life is incrementally better if you take time to learn. And that's our final suggestion. A laddered growth allows time for mistakes, allows time for learning, allows you to like adjust, retool, also puts money back in the bank. So sometimes you're optimizing for revenue, that's a leg up. These are legs for re-optimize for profitability. You need both unless you have unlimited cash flow. So while everybody wants a hockey stick and it might look like this when you zoom out, really it's gonna look more like this. Ladder your growth, you'll be way happier. Those are a few tips and suggestions on how to ramp profitably on Amazon. We'll see you in the marketplace.